Did you know the dry capital of the world is located right here in Central Ohio? Hey, what's up everyone? Andy Howell here, local realtor right here in the Columbus market, lover of all things Columbus. I love making these videos for you guys, sharing my Columbus with you guys, cool topics like the dry capital of the world right here in Westerville, Ohio. Hit that bell, tap that subscribe button so you don't miss a single episode. For those of you that don't know me, or maybe you do, you know that I got a lot of love for Westerville. I went to Undergone University way back in the early 2000s, had a grand time here. People love Westerville, just located 15 miles north of downtown Columbus for a lot of reasons. First and foremost is convenience. We're only about 20 minutes from downtown. We've got 270 and 71 close by, so really getting anywhere in the city is super easy, really convenient. We've got great schools here in Westerville. You've got right here in Uptown Westerville, tons of antique shops, florist shops, you got restaurants, bars, boutique shops. Polaris and Easton are just right around the corner, and it's affordable here. Lots of history as well. Just right around Uptown Westerville, there are a lot of buildings from the 19th century, so tons to like here. So let's go back in time to when Westerville was founded. First European settlers arrived in the early 1800s, but it wasn't until 1858 that Westerville became an official city. Westerville was founded on tolerance, and that all started with the United Brethren Church founding of Undergone University in 1847. Back then, when it was founded, Undergone admitted women without any restrictions. They even let women be part of the faculty. Doesn't sound like much now, but then this was a really big deal. They even let students of color attend the college before the Civil War, and that was certainly unheard of. So tolerance from the beginning in Westerville was a big deal. However, I say that with one side of my mouth, and then let's talk about temperance. Let's talk about this dry capital of the world with the other. So people liked temperance here, but just like, you know, in today's political world, it was very much a divided issue. Not everybody wanted temperance here in Westerville. And so much so that, in fact, back in the 1870s, a local businessman 2 different times tried to open a saloon, only to have the saloon bombed and blown up with gunpowder by the townspeople. These were dubbed the Westerville Whiskey Wars. Kind of crazy that happened. So there was obviously a lot of fervor and excitement for temperance, so much so that the Anti-Saloon League actually moved their headquarters from Washington, D.C. to Westerville, Ohio. That's where the nickname came from, the dry capital of the world. And Westerville remained dry up until 2006, when Michael's Pizza served the first legally served beer in over 70 years. So Westerville, we've got a lot of different areas. I'm right here in downtown Westerville. They call it Uptown Westerville here. This is the oldest part of the city, as I mentioned. A bunch of restaurants and businesses here on the strip. And fourth Friday of every month, it's a street fair. So the vendors are along the street. The streets are closed off. There's music, there's art. It's a great time. But there's other parts of Westerville. You can get rural areas here. You can get historic homes, as I mentioned, right off of Uptown Westerville here. There's also the typical suburban housing development type areas. If I'm gonna live in a suburb, it's gonna be a place like Westerville. I love that they have this downtown area, and you get kind of a mix of a lot of different styles. The other thing I love about Westerville is its prevalence of parks. When this city was developed, the idea is, hey, let's create a city within a park. So today there are 41 different man-made and natural parks here in Westerville. There's so many different trees here. There's like 20,000 different trees. That's like 1 tree for every 2 residents. In a ton of different parks I mentioned. We've got the Inniswood Metro Gardens, which is like an 120-acre metro park here with over 2,000 different species of plants. There's Sharon Woods, also Blendon Woods, which is about a 650-acre park, complete with a 120-acre waterfowl reserve. And then the big ones, you've got Hoover Reservoir and Alum Creek, each over 4,600 acres, where you can swim or boat at Alum Creek, you can sail, and not swim at Hoover, but you can play disc golf, you can go mountain biking, you can hike, you can picnic. So tons to like. I think Westerville nailed it, city within the park. What about some of the other reasons people like it here? Another big one, at least for families, is schools. Westerville, being its own city, does have a separate public school system that is rated as excellent, as an A- according to Niche. There's 20 different schools here, 3 different high schools. It is a big school district. There are about 14,000 students. As I mentioned, there's also Otterbein University is a liberal arts school here. Great school, my alma mater. They're really extremely famous in their theater and musical departments. So if you find yourself in the area, go check out some of that programming. If you're interested in living here, where do you live? There are, as I mentioned, several different parts of Westerville. You can be in Uptown Westerville or the block surrounding here and almost have like kind of a city urban type slant to living. You could be up near the lakes and have some acreage in a rural type setting. You could be in one of the large housing developments around here. So lots of different options. In the interest of keeping the content evergreen, I'll just say that the median home price here in November of 2022 is $340,000. The cheaper homes, the more value, homes are gonna be cheaper as you go towards 270 south end of Westerville. And then as you move north through Uptown Westerville, prices do tend to go up a little bit. And then most expensive places are gonna be around Alum Creek, around Hoover Reservoir, a little more space in the lots and things like that. So there are a lot of different options here. As I mentioned, people really like Westerville for its convenience, its schools. You get a lot of the conveniences of a large city, but not any of the crime that comes with a large city. So let me know what you think about Westerville. Let me know what I missed about Westerville. Let me know what you love about Westerville. And most of all, let me know if you have any questions about Westerville. Hit me up. My contact information is down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.